Hi folks, are you wondering what you can do this Halloween to save yourself some money and still get a pretty cool zombie effect? I'm going to show you how you can achieve this by just using a few household materials and a few store-bought materials. First we'll start with a little bit of toilet paper, some store-bought latex. Now you can use Elmer's glue, but Elmer's glue takes a long time for it to dry. This stuff dries pretty quickly, so I suggest using this. You can create fake blood by just using corn syrup and red food color, stuff you probably have around in your kitchen. Finally, we'll be using just regular Q-tips. So to get started, I have my son Tyler here as my model. I've already begun using liquid latex as a base and then placing torn up pieces of toilet paper around to create a rotting skin texture. I started this already because it takes a little while for it to set up. And it's pretty tacky and dry now, so now we can move on to the next step, which is applying a little bit of gray, crackling, store-bought face makeup. This stuff right here comes in a plain gray tube. What happens is when this stuff dries, it begins to crackle and fall apart, so it has a really cool texture to it. So we'll just work this in along. You can use your finger, you can use the Q-tip, or you can use a regular paintbrush. I find it to be easier to use my finger. It's just zombie makeup, so it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. And once that's on there, we use this little yellow sponge here to just kind of give it a little bit of texture, move it around a little bit, break it up. And we also use this little stipple sponge you could buy, again, at any Walmart or Halloween costume store or anything like that. And that just kind of breaks this up and gives it more of a chunkier, more texture-based. So now that we have this look, Tyler, can you move in a little closer to the screen so that they can get an idea of the texture on your face? See how that works? So now what we'll do is we'll move on and we'll use a little baby powder to set the makeup so that we can continue on. So I just use my finger and just tap it in there. It also gives you that dusty, dead look too. So just use your sponge. Just tap it in there and work it in so that the latex and the makeup will set and you can work with it further. So now that that's on there, we can work on our wound. The way that we do that is I'll use an X-Acto knife, being very careful. Just pull apart a little bit of the tissue that we have set on here, just to open up a gash or a wound. Just like that. Then what we'll do is we'll apply some of our homemade fake blood. I use a Q-tip, and I'll just daub it on his face a little, work it into the wound. You want to get it to run a little bit so it looks like it's a fresh wound. And we'll take another Q-tip, and we have this store-bought gel blood, which is great for open wounds like I have here on my forehead. It doesn't run as bad. And it's darker, so it looks like it's a real deep wound. And just place that on there and work it in with a Q-tip. And basically, that's pretty much it. You just continue on doing this around the face. You add black around the eyes to make them look sunken in, and you just build up using different colors of makeup, like greens or yellows or purples, and you make bruises on the skin, whatever have you, whatever works for you, and just have fun with it. So that's it. Thank you.